Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Reno Ukefest 2024 artist interview. We are here with Daniel Ho. Hello, Daniel. Welcome.
Hi, Danny Joy. Aloha, everyone.
We wanted to give you guys a chance to get to know the artist a little bit, so we're going to ask Daniel a few questions here. Daniel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Um, I was born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii, in a small town called Kaimuki, which is 2 miles north of Waikiki, and have loved music passionately since I think I was 3 years old, and studied different instruments along the way. Uh, Starting with the organ, ukulele was my second instrument, and then went on to other things like classical guitar and piano and things like that. Went to music school, moved to Los Angeles, and have been working here since 1990. So quite a while.
Yeah, I remember when you made that like a big poster of all of your albums from 30 years. Just you do a lot.
Well, I'm really inspired, and thankfully after all these like 34 years now, I'm still inspired to create and write new things. I got to a point around the pandemic time when I did an album called Playing Through Changes, which is, life changes like the pandemic, where I recorded pretty much everything I wanted to record. Everything I wrote was recorded at that point, and that little moment in time where everything stopped gave me that opportunity to do that. And I thought, okay, I'm kind of done. I can die now. But life went on, surprisingly, and still finding projects and inspiration and working with other people and doing new albums and trying different things. So I feel
Yeah.
inspired to wake up in the morning and get to work.
I love the way you play music, but I love the way you compose. You've got a whole colorful sounds theory system that I'm still trying to completely understand. But when like I listened to the album you and I made together, man, just all of the extra tinkling notes in the back and all this and that just brought the whole thing together in like this incredibly poetic way.
That's where I think the blending of technique and some of those scholastic kind of things and then pure emotion come together on that album, Drop in My Flower. And that's what makes it beautiful because it comes down to really conveying emotion. And those things like the colorful sounds method, those are just tools that we use to access very specific emotions and
Yeah.
colors and sounds and feelings. And um, I am still experimenting with that. I've been using it since 1986, and absolutely everything I do, from ukulele to symphony pieces. And there's always more to learn about counterpoint and how to put things together and to become one with the techniques, the compositional techniques, so it's more instinctive than
Mhm.
intellectual.
Well, you've done a fantastic job. Um,
Trying, still working at it.
Speaking of still working, what are you working on currently? Any passions or projects that you want to tell us about?
Well, on 8808, August 8th, I celebrated my 16th anniversary with Lydia, and we also released a new album
Oh,
called uh, Lokahi, an album of new original Hawaiian songs I did with Amy Ku'ulealoha Stillman
that's right.
and Halau Hula Keali'i Onalani. And so I thought, I've never done a choral project before. So I thought I'm gonna do Hawaiian music that way. So I had a lot of fun writing counterpoint, and the instrument would be like, a slack key guitar or an ukulele or a piano and there are a few songs that are big productions that took me months to record, like Ku Kako, which I did with Nick Lee, who's a big pop music producer here in LA. But we did a song together called Kukako, and it's about generations of immigrants coming to America to
Oh,
create a better life for themselves and their, you know, um, kids and grandkids and so on. You know, we're all immigrants here. So many of us, yeah. Well, all of us.
Yeah.
And then we also put Eddie Kenzo's Ukulele Asanyu, Let
Yep.
Us Be Instruments of Joy and Love, and Colors in Harmony, which you're singing on. And then, you know, a bunch of new songs. Oh, Star Spangled Banner and Hawaii Pono'i, which we sang at Dodger
That's
Stadium
right.
recently.
And you sang it live, didn't you?
Yeah,
How'd it
with
go?
ukulele, and it was crazy. I was nervous. It's a now I'm excited about. We're entering it in the Grammys this year.
That's right. Okay.
Uh,
Can you hear me? So, Daniel, why don't you tell us about what you're going to be teaching at Reno this year?
I'll be doing Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. I love that group since grade school. Been big fans from Saturday Night Fever.
Uh-huh.
Um, and this song, Staying Alive, is just an amazing recording, great groove, incredible vocals, and really fun ukulele parts that you can do, those electric guitar riffs and things like that. So I'll be doing Staying Alive, um, Call Me Al. So that's a fun song. It has neat riffs. The hook of the song is so much fun to play on ukulele. And also, one of my favorite musicians ever is Billy Joel. I have two favorite Billy Joel songs, of course, Piano Man, and the other one is She's Always a Woman. And She's Always a Woman is not really a jam song because the bridge changes keys every two bars. And it's a kind of a Bach-like chord progression, the
Huh.
most beautiful progression. Um, and I'm gonna share with everyone how to play that on ukulele because it isn't that easy. But once you get it, it's really neat. So I'm going to also talk about how you can do it with three strings by just putting your thumb on the fourth string, the G string, and
Yeah.
playing these harmonies on the other three strings because um, music is generally kind of triadic. You can define mostly everything with the root, third, and fifth.
Yeah, I remember you teaching me that in one of our lessons that putting your finger on the fret on the face of the ukulele, that's the soundboard. So
Mhm.
I said, "Well, what am I supposed to do? Just hover?" And you said, "Well, yeah, or you can put your thumb if you're not using the G string, you can rest your thumb on the G string to do a lot of the other work that you're doing some of the time." And that helped me a lot ground myself some of the time, and then some of the time I'm free flowing and I'm just plucking, keeping my hand in one place.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the more difficult passages become easier when you anchor.
Yes.
So instead of anchoring on the soundboard where you're actually muting the resonance of the instrument, you can anchor on the G string and use your other three fingers to um, play the C, E, and A strings, and that makes it easier. So that's what I'll be teaching in She's Always a Woman. And it's also an introduction to the ekolu ukulele, which is that concept of using just the C, E, and A strings, which I am so passionate about for the last few years. And as of January of this year, the instrument actually came out and we
Yeah.
have a new version of it. We have it as a tiny tenor, but now we also have it as a vintage soprano,
Wow.
which I hope we will be able to debut at Reno Ukulele Festival. Another class I will be doing is a Hawaiian song called Kapua o Kahikina, and I'll be teaching a little bit about the Hawaiian language. It's a Viennese waltz, finger style, and it is featured on my new album, Lokahi, with Halau Hula Keali'i Lani. We'll also be talking about how the melody was constructed using classical techniques of theme and development. So we can show you, if you're a songwriter, how to develop melodies. And the last class is an ukulele jig, which hasn't been titled yet, but I'm going to debut it at the Ukulele Huli in about 8 days in Dublin, Ireland. And it's a
Ah,
fun up-tempo piece. And I'm playing it with Ukulele Tuesday, which is like the most party animal group you've ever seen on ukulele. And with bodhran and Gaelic vocals and tin whistle and all kinds of things like that. So it'll be fun, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with everyone at Reno Ukulele Festival because I will be learning about Celtic music from the guys. I'm on Instagram, kind of. I try to post there at Daniel Ho Creations. And also, we released our new album, Lokahi. And going forward, I'm trying something new that I learned from Doug Reynolds. Actually, he told me I should do this. He said, you should sell your albums on your website as digital downloads. That's what we're doing now. I'm going to be releasing everything. I still do iTunes and Apple Music and at danielho.com. And we'll have CDs as well.
Head on over to danielho.com and come to the Reno Ukefest and take one of his classes. Thank you so much for meeting with us, Daniel. Sure appreciate your time.
Thank you, Danny Joy. I always love being at the Reno Ukulele Festival. The artists are amazing, everyone there. We just have so much fun. And I'll be backing everybody up on drums.
Yeah.
Just for fun,
I
because
know.
that's my new passion. I just
New
love
passion.
playing drums.
All right. Well, you can check out Daniel Ho at the Reno Ukulele Festival coming up here October 9th through the 12th, 2024. Thanks a lot for meeting with us today, Daniel.
Thank you.
Everyone else have a beautiful day, and we'll see you at the next one.